From the Allen Media Worldwide Headquarters Studios, high atop 2 Turtle Creek, this is Deconstructing Dallas. Greetings, everyone. This is your host, Ryan Trimble. Enjoying beautiful skyline here atop 2 Turtle Creek. Joined today by a man who never stops working. He, of course, Shawn Williams. Shawn, good day, sir.
Hey, what's up? Not only are we enjoying the beautiful skyline, but we have a window washer that's outside. We got airplanes coming across, which means we are back. We are back at 2 Turtle Creek, and we are back to work.
That's right. We are working hard, still working hard. We haven't stopped working hard, Shawn. I mean, I know half the city of Dallas is in, either, Colorado or Wyoming or Montana or I don't know. Where else do people go?
They're where I wish I was, but we're here. We're here, doing the work of the people, which is recording this award-winning podcast.
Man, Lauren was like, we need a vacation last night. We were having this conversation, and I was like, okay, where do we go? Because as kids, it was like, okay, we're going to drive to Sterling, Colorado to see your grandparents, or we're going to go to Phoenix for the weekend. Not cooler climes.
Nothing wrong with Sterling. Although it has been hot there, though, right, in Colorado.
Yeah, it's been unseasonably warm.
It's been hotter most places than here.
That's right. It's been very strange.
Last night, I came in the house and it was hot and sweating. And then my wife came in and she says, man, the clouds rolled in. I promise it was 15 degrees cooler. It's just these rain, cold fronts are coming out of nowhere.
It's crazy.
But I am not complaining because it is slightly cooler than it generally is in our state.
And great from a lawn, Shawn.
I figured I was going to ask about your lawn, but I didn't know if that was the right question.
It has come back very, very strong.
It's been resilient, but now it's paying off.
Oh, man, so strong. Put down some great I top-dressed it this year.
I need to come back with the second
top dressing.
With the second treatment I need to do. I'm glad to say with you and our listeners and tell you that we had a lovely, meeting of the minds of Deconstructing Dallas, where we were able to bring our significant others in on said meeting and listen to them have real, true conversation while we were just kind of spitting our normal nonsense.
Yes.
But it was good seeing you guys.
Yes, the nonsense that we keep peddling here on these airwaves.
Award-winning nonsense.
Award-winning nonsense, yes. But yeah, that was fun, and it was fun. I mean, Mrs. Williams was very, very, let's just say she ordered some fun drinks.
Yeah, it was. And the presentation, we went to, is it Primo's? I think it's Primo's,
the new and improved.
The new Primo's
downtown
down at the Statler is really nice. So shout out to them because we had a really nice time. It was a really great setup. It was fun. It was a Friday night. Out and about. It's really nice.
That's right. But it's not all fun and games, Shawn. As you know, like I alluded to, you and I have been hard at work. We've had a fun project recently with our friends, a group called the Locust Street Group. We really like them a lot. We've been working with the National Association of Manufacturers and the Manufacturing Institute on their Creators Wanted mobile experience.
We've had a chance to work with them now on two different occasions in two really cool venues. The first time we were at the Automobile Building in Fair Park, and now we got to really see the new commemorative Air Force hangar, which is super cool. But the creators they're really trying to show a new generation of students what the manufacturing industry is all about. You think about the good old days of Rosie the Riveter, or, my dad actually worked in a plant, and you have these preconceived notions, but now with all the technology that is in all parts of our lives, it is a great career opportunity for young people to get into the manufacturing industry.
Yeah, really cool stuff. I was trying to describe it to member of the media and some folks around town. The best thing I came up with was the creators wanted experiences. It's like a STEM-themed escape room built on a big rig, Shawn. Is that about
that's
right?
That's a perfect description. We've had a chance on both occasions to invite some of our local educators out, some of our local elected officials out, just so they could see what the future, what the present and future of manufacturing is looking like. And so, shout out to our folks who've come in town to be part of this experience. And I think and am hoping that by the time we get this out, or very soon after, there'll be a media mention about this so people can read about it. But once that comes out, we can direct folks to that.
Yeah, we will. And so really, really fun stuff, and really appreciate the manufacturers, the association folks and the Institute coming out and, starting this what will be a nationwide tour here in the city of Dallas. So very fun stuff. Speaking of fun stuff, it's a time of the year that I always love. And we were talking about how many texts go back and forth during the NBA Finals between us, Shawn. I love the NBA Finals.
It's almost like we can gauge how long we've been doing the show by who's won the championship over the years. Like I think we've had a Toronto win, probably a Golden State win, maybe early on a Cleveland win.
Yes.
We've really kind of rolled through all of the NBA champions over the last few years. And now we got two totally new teams between the Bucks and the Suns who just the Suns came out of nowhere, literally.
Yeah.
They almost made the playoffs in the bubble last year. But, for us, it's just crazy because I watched a little bit of basketball during the year, but finals, we are always dialed in.
That's right.
Who you got?
Let me go ahead and give the Phoenix Suns the deconstructing Dallas jinx, Shawn, and wish Devin Booker and the team the best of luck. I'm excited. I love those Valley uniforms. Yeah. I'm totally in on those. Mrs. Trimble digs those uniforms, so she's cheering for them.
You met Booker, right?
Yeah, I did. My friend Cody was on the bench for the Suns before they cleaned house. It was actually Dirk's last season. He was on the bench, and so early on in D-Book's career, Cody Topper, my buddy, was coaching him, doing a lot of skills training with him. And so, I'm pulling for the guy. He's a nice guy, very mild-mannered. And so hope that Phoenix can get one. I've also got another buddy who sent me a video of him squeezing into his old Charles Barkley jersey from when he was like 12. And I said, maybe time to size up, big boy.
Well, I also am going with the Suns. I like Ayton. It would be great, obviously, to see Chris Paul or Cliff Paul or both of them win the championship. But I like Ayton also. I think he's pretty cool. His story's cool. He's really worked hard. He gives a lot of credit to Chris Paul for, his success that he's had this year. So, we'll see how it goes. It's 2-2 as of this recording.
Yes.
So, I guess now based on both of our endorsement of the Suns, congratulations to the world champion Milwaukee Bucks.
That's right.
So we got a good friend on with us today.
That's right. Philip Hiatt Hague, the executive director of the Circuit Trail Conservancy, is teed up, ready to join us on the show today. And I'm very excited to visit with him.
Our first in-studio guest since last March, since our podcast with Mary Pullman. And I'm excited. This is a client that I get to work with and for very often. Philip will talk about what the loop is and what they're trying to do across the city with trails. But I've had a chance to go into Southeast Dallas a couple of times to look at some of the areas where the trails will be in the future. Sharon Grigsby from the Dallas Morning News, shout out. She wrote a really great article a couple of weeks ago that highlights a lot of where the trail will go and what it is. There's a great map there. So I definitely would encourage our readers to look for that. We'll also put a link to that in the show notes as well.
Yeah.
But Philip, is a really interesting guy. You know him. He used to work at the county, and now he's doing some great work with his board as well. We've got friends on his board. Benet Hammond, Parham, a really good friend of ours who we've also worked with this client. So I'm excited to listen to our time with Philip, and excited to learn a little bit more about what he's doing.
Yeah, Philip's a longtime friend. He worked with Lauren, obviously, and I remember when he first took this gig, he said, "Hey, let's have coffee." And so we did. And he came in, and he's the perfect guy for this because he's so high energy about bikes. It's so exciting he'll get you excited about riding a bike.
His wife are cyclists.
That's right. And yes, his lovely wife, they're both cyclists. And so he's very passionate. I remember him sitting down saying, "Okay, we got to get Walmart to give us, to get involved here like they are in Bentonville." And so he's just on fire for cycling. And this is really going to be a transformative project. I'm glad he's leading it.
Well, I'm ready to share this with our listeners. So right after this, we'll be back with Philip Hiatt Hague. This is Shawn Williams, Ryan Trimble of Deconstructing Dallas. We'll be right back right after this.
Welcome back, Deconstructing Dallas. Ryan Trimble, Shawn Williams. Shawn, very excited to be joined by a longtime friend, good guy, on the best hair of Dallas list for sure. One of my favorites, he, of course, Philip Hiatt Hague, the executive director of the Circuit Trail Conservancy. Philip, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing excellent.
Good.
It's been a really exciting summer. Things are moving again in Dallas, and there's a lot of exciting projects on the horizon.
Absolutely. Well, Philip, you and I have known each other for some time, and I know you know Shawn, and you know several of the folks here at our firm. But tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and where you're from.
Absolutely. So, as you mentioned, Ryan, you and I have known each other for many years. My background is in government relations. I've worked for elected officials at various levels of government, as well as doing public policy for the Dallas Regional Chamber before moving over into this role at the beginning of 2019. And so I'm actually from, I say I'm from Dallas, but I grew up in Mesquite and then Rockwall. And have left the metro area a few different times, and I always end up back here because Dallas is a really exciting place. There's a lot going on here and a lot that you can be involved with, and also make a lot of difference, with the work that you do. So I really love Dallas and love being here.
So, Philip, a lot of what we're going to talk about today is dealing with trails and hiking and biking. And, Dallas consistently ranks near the bottom on list of most bikeable cities. You're obviously a cyclist. I guess not obviously. You are obviously, because I know and I've seen you riding your bike. But you are a cyclist yourself. So, why is Dallas so far behind in this respect? And what are we missing?
Well, I'll say that, today it's not obvious because I'm not wearing spandex. I'm wearing, regular pants and a shirt. But
thank you for that.
Yeah. Dallas is really, we seem to be always on the precipice of, these really major changes. I think that over the next few years, you're really going to see a sea change of active transportation, which is, what we consider types of transportation that don't involve your car. So that includes, as you mentioned, hiking and biking, but also scooters, e-bikes, things that can get you to and from transit stations. So obviously we have, as we always like to claim, the longest light rail system in the country. And so active transportation can continue to bolster that long system to make it a more robust system. And so, I really do feel like we are on the precipice of all of these, of changing that so that we aren't in the bottom anymore. There was a New York Times article recently that listed Dallas as being pretty far down when it comes to national rankings because of the least miles of bike lanes. However, with the 2017 bond package, really that showed that the voters were really behind a new way of thinking, that the residents are finally asking